conscience is one of the meanest inventions of humanity. And from the very first day the child is born, we start creating a conscience in him. A small part that goes on condemning anything the society does not want in you, and goes on appreciating anything that the society wants in you. You are no longer whole. The conscience continually goes on forcing you, so that you have to always look out. God is watching. Every act, every thought, God is watching, so beware. Even in thoughts you are not allowed freedom. God is watching. What kind of peeping Tom is this? In every bathroom he is looking through the keyhole. He won't leave you alone even in your bathroom. They go on talking about freedom of thought. That's all nonsense. Because from the very beginning, they put the foundation in every child for unfreedom of thought. They want to control your thoughts. They want to control your dreams. They want to control everything in you. It's through a very clever device, conscience. It pricks you. It goes on telling you, this is not right, don't do it, you will suffer. It goes on forcing you, do this is the right thing to do, you will be rewarded for it. This conscience will never allow you to be whole. It won't allow you to live as if there is nothing prohibited, as if there are no boundaries. As if you are left totally independent to be whatsoever you can be. Then life has meaning, then living has meaning, not the meaning that is derived from ends, but the meaning that is derived from living itself. Then whatever you do, in that very doing is your reward. For example, I am speaking to you. I am enjoying it. For 35 years, I have been continually speaking for no purpose. With this much speaking, I could have become a president, a prime minister. There would have been no problem in it. With so much speaking, I could have done anything. What have I gained? But I was not out for gain in the first place. I enjoyed it. This was my painting, this was my song, this was my poetry. Just those moments when I am speaking and I feel the communion happening. Those moments when I see your eyes flare up. When I see that you have understood the point. They give me such tremendous joy that I cannot think anything can be added to it. Action, any action done totally, with every fiber of your being in it. For example, if you bind my hands. I cannot speak, although there is no relationship between hands and speaking. I have tried. One day I told a friend who was staying with me, tie both my hands. He said, what? I said, just tie them, and then ask a question. He said, I am always afraid to stay with you, you are crazy. And now if somebody sees that I have tied your hands, and now I am asking you a question and you are answering it, what will they think? I said, you forget all that. Close the door and do what I say. So he tied both my hands to 2 posts, and he asked me a question. I tried in every possible way. But my hands were tied. I could not say anything to him. I simply said, please untie my hands. He said, but I cannot understand what this is all about. I said, it is simply that. I was trying to see whether I could speak without my hands. I cannot. What to say about hands? If I cross my leg on the other side, which is the way I sit in my room when I am not speaking, then something goes wrong. Then I cannot speak, because I am not at home. So the way I am sitting, the way my hands move, is a total involvement. It is not only part of me speaking, but everything in me is involved in it. And only then can you find the intrinsic value of any act. Otherwise you have to live a life of tension, stretched between here and there, this and that faraway goal. The pseudo-religions say, of course, this life is only a means. So you cannot be involved in it totally. It is only a ladder you have to use. It is not something valuable, just a stepping stone. The real thing is there, far away. So it always remains far away. Wherever you are, the real thing will always be far away. So wherever you are, you will be missing life. I don't have a goal. When I was in university, I used to go for a walk in the morning, evening, anytime. Morning and evening absolutely, but if there was another time available, I would also go for a walk then. Because the place and the trees and the road were so beautiful. And so covered with big trees from both sides that even in the hottest summer there was shadow on the road. One of my professors who loved me very much used to watch me. Some days I would go on this road, some days on that road. There was a crossroads in the shape of a pentagon at the front gate of the university. 5 roads going in 5 directions. And he lived just near there. His were the last quarters near the gate. He asked me, sometimes you go on this road, sometimes on that road. Where do you go? I said, I don't go anywhere. I just go for walking. If you are going somewhere, then certainly you will go on the same road. But I was not going anywhere, so it was just whimsical. I just came to the crossroads and I just used to stand there for a little while. That was making him more puzzled how I figured it out. What I figured out standing there. I used to figure out where the wind was blowing. Whichever way the wind was blowing. Whichever way the wind was blowing, I would also go. That was my way. So sometimes, he would say, you will take the same road for a week. Sometimes you go only one day on some road and the next day you change. What do you do there at the crossroads? And how do you decide? I told him, it is very simple. I stand there and I feel which road is alive where the wind is blowing. I go with the wind. And it is beautiful going with the wind. I jog, I run, whatever I want to do. And the wind is there, cool, available. So I just figure it out. Life is not going somewhere. It is just going for a morning walk. Choose whatever your whole being is flowing, where the wind is blowing. Move on that path as far as it leads, and never expect to find anything. Hence I have never been surprised because I have never been expecting anything. So there is no question of surprise. Everything is a surprise. And there is no question of disappointment. Everything is an appointment. If it happens, good. If it does not happen, even better. Once you understand that moment-to-moment living is what real religions is all about, then you will understand why I say to drop this idea of God, heaven and hell, and all that crap. Just drop it completely because this load of so many concepts is preventing you from living moment to moment.